Good morning, gang. How are you all doing this morning? I hope you're all well, or whatever time of the day this message finds you. And they got me all over the place today, so I may have to do a couple messages because there's not enough allotted time in the camera system that I'm using. And because you guys don't pay attention, I'll lose you anyway. So we'll break it up, okay? So 7:05. Get curious. Okay. So I see 7:05. I wake up to 7:05. Get curious. Have fun with the journey. Get curious about your moments of sight and revelation. Treating everything as an opportunity to explore what you are encouraged to do. Have fun with it. Get a dream journal going. Take note of the signs you see and develop some full moon rituals. Now, I spoke to some, actually, I was at Home Depot yesterday. I had to order something for a job I'm doing. And, the girl who did my order was telling me about her, she dreams a lot and this and that, but she's not keeping a journal of it, not writing it down and different things like that. So I explained to her all about dreams and how you should do that and different things. So if you do a lot of dreaming and you remember them, you're remembering because there's a message there for you, okay? So, and if you're only remembering bits and pieces of it, if you write it down, then when you look at the bigger picture, then you may see the message, okay? So if somebody's doing dreams, somebody must be for me to have mentioned that. Anyway, then I hear ding dong, right? One of my apps is ding donging, which was my camera app. Okay, so maybe someone needs to get a camera, or maybe you have cameras and you need to check your battery. It came in as a warning, okay? It literally was a yellow tag warning. So maybe this is for someone. But 7:06 is think. Reflect upon your growth. You think differently than you did in the past. However, some of your behaviors and habits have yet to catch up. Today, reflect carefully on how you speak and act and what your day consists of. Ask yourself if these things reflect the growth you've experienced. If not, think about what adjustments you can make. This is something that her and I talked about yesterday as well, because she's made a lot of changes in her way of thinking about different things that are going on in the world and stuff. And I think a lot of you are in the same boat, okay? So all I can remind you all is to please think for yourselves, okay? Think for yourselves. So with that being said, I, wrote down the date, which today is the 15th. So the 15th is new ideas. Or 15 is new ideas. Level up your thoughts. Inspiration is the way your angels are directing you onto your inspired path. The ideas you get are important as they lead you to the next step. Repeat this mantra. I am open to receiving divine inspiration. And remember, when you're doing something creative and you're doing something that you enjoy, or you're in the stillness and in the quiet, that's when these ideas and inspiration and different things come, right? Because it's quiet and you're focused. So now you can see it and hear it because there's no distractions around you, okay? Overall energy of the day is a 10. It's a 10 energy. 10 is clear thinking. Okay, do you see how this all comes together? Clear thinking. Cleanse your thoughts. Angels are asking you to declutter your mind of things that are not necessary for your forward movement. Thoughts and emotions need to be productive, or else they can be problematic. Reflect upon a repetitive thought or emotion you've been having. Ask yourself if this thought or emotion is necessary, kind, and productive. Because again, we are our own worst enemies. If you get stuck in that overthinking pattern, what are you overthinking? Because if you're overthinking something that's negative, or something that's negative that happened, you're going to recreate that, okay? So that's You got to work on that, okay? But anyway, so now I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, maybe I should do 4. It's the 4 month and whatever. And one of the dice flew out of my hand. And what's it land on? 4. So, 4 is foundations. It's time to get back to basics. There are things that, if left unnurtured, can fall to ruin. Your angels remind you to go back to the foundation of self and take inventory of what is lacking. You can't build yourself up without maintaining all the good work you've already done. Journal today on one foundational part of your life that could use reinforcement. Okay, and that goes back to when you're, if you've broken habits and you're trying to change things and different things. Yeah, you might kind of trickle back and maybe you cheated a little bit, but you got to get yourself back on track, right? You work too hard to go backwards again, right? And keep it moving forward. Okay, so I left the 4 and I rolled the other 2 dice. And 443 was the number that wound up being. So 443 is worth it. You are your best investment. The time you spend on yourself is not wasted. You are your best investment of time and energy. Your soul has a plan, and the best version of you needs to carry it out. Lie in meditation with your hands on your solar plexus chakra, just above the navel, and repeat this mantra: I am worthy. So we're going to go backwards. 434 pillars. Again, it's all about the foundation, right? Build a stable force in an unstable world. And we are certainly in an unstable world right now, right? But if you're solid within yourself and you stay grounded, you'll be fine. Change is inevitable, but what remains constant is your response to it. Your angels call on you to differentiate what you can control from what you cannot. Brainstorm some ways you can remain in control with your words and actions in times like these. I can see how some people are handling this just by how they're out there in the social media world, what they're talking about and how they're talking about it, right? 344, create bonds, make a friend. Human connection is important, and your angels are asking you to bond with one another. Bond with one another. Stop dividing each other. Respect each other's individuality. We're all unique for a reason, okay? Make a new friend or reconnect with an old one. Have a nice time laughing, feeling joy, and soul connecting, okay? So that was that, and I'm going to, all right. Anyway, on the paper that I'm writing on, I don't like to waste anything. So it's scratch paper, but I'm going to have to do this in a separate segment, okay? Because I see I'm running out of time. So let me give you this and then I'll get back to that maybe in another video. I am grateful. Gratitude's the attitude. If you're not grateful for your life and what you already have, then please sit down and think about it. Because it could always be worse. Stop dwelling on that. Be grateful for what you have and make the best of what you have. I'm grateful for uncertainty. I am grateful for wisdom. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Oh, I am grateful for today. Be in the moment, gang, okay? I am grateful for forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is more for you. It's not always about the other people. You may never have closure with them, but forgive them and let it go. Say a prayer for them, okay? It's stuff that you don't want to carry around and harbor it within yourself. It'll destroy you. I am grateful for beauty. Find the beauty in things, okay? All right, super attractor. When I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire, okay? All right, and Moonology, new moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. Maybe it's time for somebody to give back. Bottom of the deck still hidden, new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. New moon in Sag. Luck is on your side. New moon in Gemini. Communicate.